What if Earth had rings like Saturn? Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a breathtaking display of shimmering rings circling our planet. They stretch across the heavens, visible during both day and night, creating a sight so mesmerizing you couldn't help but wonder about their impact on life below. This isn't a distant dream or a scene from another world. Today, we ask, what if Earth had rings like Saturn? Let's journey through this reimagined Earth, where beauty meets mystery, and explore how such a transformation could alter everything we know. Before diving into how Earth might look with rings, let's first understand Saturn, the cosmic king of celestial decor. Saturn's rings are made of countless fragments of ice, rock, and dust. Some as small as a grain of sand, others as large as a boulder. They capture sunlight and scatter it, creating an otherworldly glowing spectacle visible from millions of miles away. If Earth had its own version of these rings, they might have formed from a catastrophic event, perhaps a moon shattering due to a collision with an asteroid, or debris left after a massive impact billions of years ago. These pieces would then fall into orbit around Earth, pulled into a dazzling arena of particles suspended by gravity. From this chaos, beauty is born, twirling fragments forming the bands that impress and inspire. Life on Earth would never look the same. Depending on where you are, your view of the rings would drastically differ. If you lived near the equator, the rings would dominate the sky, stretching from horizon to horizon like a shimmering streak of silver clouds. At night, as they reflect the sun's distant light, they'd glow softly, painting the sky with a surreal, dreamlike arc. Shapes and shadows from the rings might even play across the land, subtly shifting as Earth rotates. Farther from the equator, near the poles, the rings would curve around the sky, forming a bright celestial arch. Imagine standing in a snowy Arctic tundra and watching the rings wrap elegantly around the Earth. No matter where you live, Earth's rings would feel like nature's eternal reminder of the unfathomable vastness above us. The impact of the rings wouldn't just be visual. Humanity's history would have been reshaped. Imagine civilizations thousands of years ago staring upward, wondering about the eternal arches above them. The rings could have been interpreted as divine symbols, pathways to the heavens, or marks of supernatural events. Religions and myths around the world might reference the rings as sacred, attributing their beauty to the work of gods. Ancient stories might be woven around how they came into being, sparking legends and traditions that persist even today. And even modern humans might never tire of gazing at the rings, making them a constant source of inspiration for art, poetry, and storytelling. Beyond wonder and imagination, Earth's rings would become a practical tool. Long before modern compasses and GPS, ancient humans would likely use the rings for navigation. Their constant position in the sky, tied to Earth's equator, could have acted as a celestial landmark, guiding explorers and merchants across vast oceans or deserts. Scientists, too, would have watched the rings to understand the mechanics of the cosmos. Early astronomers might have learned more about gravity, orbits, and planetary systems simply by studying the detailed behaviors of Earth's celestial adornments. In this alternate reality, the rings would represent both the beauty and utility of the natural world. But these sparkling bands of rock and ice wouldn't just remain passive decorations. They'd influence the planet in unexpected ways. By reflecting sunlight, the rings could affect Earth's climate, bouncing some heat away and cooling certain regions. This could create an ever-changing balance in weather patterns, leading to cooler temperatures in areas under the ring's shadow during specific times of year. Some regions near the equator might experience less direct sunlight, softening their extreme heat, while other areas might see dramatic temperature shifts. This raises the question, would Earth's rings be a blessing or a disruption? Could life adapt to such a climate-altering feature in the skies? Earth's animals and ecosystems could also take on curious transformations. Some nocturnal creatures might benefit from the ring's gentle glow at night, reducing total darkness and changing how animals hunt, hide, and communicate. Birds might evolve to use the rings as navigational markers, relying on their steady presence above to plot their migratory journeys. Meanwhile, plants might experience subtle changes in growth rates, influenced by the way the rings reflect sunlight. This might lead to entirely new ecosystems, adapting to the unique conditions created by Earth's dazzling skyward jewelry. While Earth's rings would be a marvel to behold, they could also pose significant challenges in the modern age. Satellites and spacecraft would find themselves navigating a treacherous orbit filled with ring debris. Even tiny fragments of rock and ice traveling at immense speeds could damage equipment, threatening the future of space exploration. Nations would have to collaborate to design advanced technologies to maneuver through the debris safely, introducing new engineering challenges, but possibly sparking greater unity in the pursuit of humanity's ambitions among the stars. For stargazers, the night sky would never feel the same again. While the rings themselves might light up the heavens, their constant glow might obscure other celestial features, like faint stars or far-off galaxies. The delicate balance that allows us to see the Milky Way in all its splendor could be disrupted, getting replaced by the overwhelming brilliance of the rings. Would humanity still be able to explore the cosmos with our eyes from the ground? Or would we turn our focus solely on the mystery of the rings themselves? The beauty of the rings might come at the cost of the stars beyond. In a ringed Earth, art, architecture, and design would likely take on new dimensions. Humans might incorporate the arches into their creations, fashioning ring-inspired monuments, clothing patterns, and even city layouts. Paintings and sculptures might reflect an enduring fascination with the celestial bands, and Earth's skyline would become the subject of countless creative interpretations. The rings might even influence how societies develop a shared sense of identity. A world united under such a grand spectacle could inspire humans to create cultures that celebrate connection with the universe. As stunning as they are, Earth's rings aren't without dangers. Over time, pieces of the debris would fall from orbit, burning up in the atmosphere as shooting stars, or, in more extreme cases, crashing to Earth as meteorites. Could these falling fragments pose risks to cities or landscapes? Humanity would need to address the long-term consequences of living beneath this delicate balance of beauty and hazard. The rings might be awe-inspiring, but they would demand careful observation and preparation for centuries to come. A ringed Earth is a vision brimming with wonder, beauty, and profound mystery. From transforming the night sky to influencing human history, culture, and even climate, such an Earth would feel like living inside a work of cosmic art. But it would also come with challenges, both scientific and societal, that shape how we adapt to our celestial surroundings. What if Earth had rings like Saturn? Perhaps the more important question is, how would we change with them? Would we stand in awe of this endless spectacle above or take it for granted as the years pass? One thing is certain, a world with rings would be a world that never stops inspiring dreams. What would you do in a world so beautiful? Let's imagine ourselves there.